Welcome back to part 2 of my every 3-month hair care process. This is where I'm going to tone my hair that I just bleached in part 1. As you can see, I started off with my hair really long, just kind of looking a little bit dull. So in part 1, I bleached my hair, and this was the end result after I washed it out. And before it fully dries, when it's still damp, that is when I go in and tone my hair. For me, toning is a really critical step after doing my balayage because the bleach lifts out my natural color, but what it leaves behind is lighter, but it's also more yellowy and in some parts kind of orangey in color. And so I want to neutralize that brass and apply cooler tones to make it really more seamless with my natural hair, which is a little bit cooler toned. To tone my hair today, I'm going to use demi-permanent hair color and 10 volume developer. And picking the right demi-permanent hair color is so important. And this is something where I'll tell you what I do and what works for me, but it's very personal. And so I would recommend consulting a professional or just being open to some trial and error to find what might work for you. I love the Wella Color Charm demi-permanent hair colors, and the colors that I use are medium ash blonde and light ash blonde. And the ash part's really important because that tells me when I'm picking my hair color that it is a cooler toned hair color. Double check if you get a different brand hair color, it might call for something different, but mine calls for 10 volume developer. We'll need a mixing bowl and brush and a measuring spoon. And then of course, gloves, hairbrush, hair ties, and old shirt. And these can be those loose fitting gloves that came with our bleach kit. We can use those here because we don't have to be nearly as precise with the toning as we did with the balayage. I'm going to go ahead and mix my hair dye. And like I mentioned, I'm complicating things a little bit because I like to blend together 2 different demi-permanent hair colors. But the ratio is 1 part hair color to 2 parts the developer. And so I'm going to do, for example, 1 tablespoon of my first demi-permanent hair color, 1 tablespoon of my second demi-permanent hair color. So that equals 2 total tablespoons of hair color. So I'm going to put 4 tablespoons of 10 volume developer, and that can be scaled up if I need more, but that's the ratio. So it's really important that our hair is still damp from washing out that bleach and then getting it really, really well brushed out before we start the toning process. I'm going to put my hair into 2 different sections and then split it half and half. So essentially we're doing 4 total sections. And I just kind of do a mixture of using that brush to apply the toner to my hair and then just like literally grabbing handfuls and smearing it on because it's going to cover my entire head root to tip. So it's okay if it's not super precise. I'm just going to use my fingers to work it through and make sure that all of the hairs are evenly covered. A method I've tried in the past is using toner and 30 volume developer. And the reason I don't do this anymore is because the 30 volume developer is really strong. It has lift in itself. So if I put it on my natural roots, which the whole point of my balayage is to leave a portion of my hair completely natural. And if I put this 30 volume developer and toner on my hair, it will alter my natural roots. So that's just not what I'm wanting. It also causes more damage with that higher developer. The difference is with the method that I'm showing you today, there is only a 10 volume developer, so it doesn't have any lift and will not alter or lighten my natural roots. So I can put it root to tip and it will only pick up the pigments on the already bleached portions, which is exactly what I'm looking for as I do not want to alter my roots. And also it's a bit less damaging, which I really appreciate. You can do touch-ups by redoing this toning process as much as needed. Another great way to maintain the tone that you're looking for is to use a purple shampoo and conditioner. And I find, especially for the lightest, most bleached portions of my hair, the purple shampoo actually keeps up with it pretty well. Okay, I have it on. Now, reference your specific instructions for processing time. I left mine on for 20 minutes. So I'm going to give you a little sneak forward after I did my cut, which is part 3. Stay tuned for that. And the styling. And you can see here, it kind of blended together. And I am so glad I toned my hair because I think it helped the balayage look more smooth and natural, kind of root to tip. There's more of a consistent look there.